Doesn't it seem like we're all chasing the glow up these days? Well, no one mentions that it might smell like garlic, look like dirty Jell-O, and involve feet. Chicken feet, that is. Real glow doesn't come from a $400 cream or a filtered selfie, although they're really fun. Real glow comes from the nutrition we consume, from the collagen we sip, the fascia we nourish, the tissues we restore. This is where Broth meets biohacking, a body-honored ritual that nourishes your fascia, floods your cells with nutrients, and supports real radiance. No spanks, no shame, no silence. I learned that the messy, magical way in a Nantucket kitchen surrounded by girlfriends, garlic, and a whole lot of gagging. Let's do this.
Welcome to the Cellulite site.
Hello, my beautiful friends. I'm Bree. Welcome back to the Cellulite site. Last month, we pulled off the most adorably chaotic house swap, Laguna Beach, all the way to Nantucket, full of hydrangeas, shingle cottages, and American flags everywhere you looked. That Nantucket cottage had way too many bedrooms for just 2 people. So we did the only logical thing. We turned it into a grown-up summer camp. We called the crew, our favorite friends who know each other well enough to bring the quirks, the stories, and of course, the late night kitchen dance parties. Mornings started with beach walks, deep conversations about fascia, lymphatic drainage, and of course the plan for the day. Our kitchen was the gathering spot late in the afternoons. I'd pull out the charcuterie trays, the guys would pour their Chardonnay. It was sort of this reset zone before our evenings kicked in. And then, just as we were sipping into our sweet summer routine, Trish entered the chat, glowing, beaming, arms out like she'd found buried treasure. "Guess what I found?" she exclaimed as she kicked off her sandals, walking toward the kitchen island like it was a runway. Having our full attention, she revealed her nondescript brown paper package. We leaned in. And then, the feet. Literal chicken feet. A whole pound of them. Curled, quad, and collagen loaded. She was glowing. "These are so hard to find. This is going to make the best broth, and you're all going to thank me." We nodded slowly because, while we knew it was a wellness thing, we certainly didn't expect her to go full collagen cauldron in our shared kitchen. The guys topped off their Chardonnay and whispered, "There's no way I'm touching that," before vanishing to the patio. The kitchen cleared out like a fire drill, and there stood Trish, admiring her precious collagen claws, probably calculating the amino acid profile, while we debated whether wine and cheese counted as nourishment. Trish was unfazed. She was on a mission. Within 20 minutes, the feet were in full simmer mode, and suddenly, our kitchen turned into a showdown. Detox versus retox. Well, let's just say the retox team was winning. They weren't about to swap charcuterie for cartilage, but women were wired differently. We're supportive, intrigued, secretly wondering, should we bottle this? If you've been following me for a while, you know I don't flinch in the face of fascia-forward weirdness. So yes, I hovered by the bubbling pot, watching the goo rise like some ancient beauty elixir, and I started asking questions. And what Trish told me blew my mind. Trish is a board-certified holistic health practitioner, master herbalist, clinical nutritionist, and aromatherapist. She's the creator of aromatherapy, self-care rituals, and founder of Balance, Optimize, Thrive, with a passion for helping people live longer, better, and more aligned lives. So when she says chicken feet are the ultimate superfood, I listen. She explained that those bony little joints are gold mines of type 2 collagen, glucosamine and chondroitin nutrients that support fascia health, joint mobility, and skin elasticity. Turns out the highest, most bioavailable collagen doesn't come from a scoop or a capsule. It's hiding in the knobby joints and tendons we never see at all. Basically, the stuff that cellulite hates. And me? I couldn't wait to test it out and report back to you. So I did what any fascia-obsessed friend would do. I grabbed my camera, I rolled up my sleeves, and I said, all right, collagen crew, let's cook some claws. So are you ready to join this weirdly wonderful broth ritual? Well, here's what you'll need. Nothing fancy, just the basics to turn chicken feet into fascia fuel. A crock pot or a stovetop, totally your choice. I love the slow cooker because I can set it and walk away like a confident multitasker. You'll need a mesh strainer. This keeps the floaty bits from traumatizing anyone during serving. A cheesecloth, also optional, but great if you want crystal clear golden broth and no mystery specks. A batter bowl with a pour spout, which means less broth on your countertops. Super cubes. These are 1 cup trays, perfectly proportioned and freezer ready. Have you seen these? They're great. Just pop a cube into your mug when your fascia's calling. And of course, glass jars with lids. These keep single servings fresh in the refrigerator for 5 to 7 days. Alternatively, you can also freeze them. Take one out to put in the refrigerator to defrost overnight, and you have your lunch ready. Obviously, I have both storage options here, so I'll show you both. All right, you excited? Let's get started. Okay, don't turn away. These are raw chicken feet. Yes, they look like they should be in a witch's cauldron, but they are actually collagen powerhouses. I've rinsed them well in filtered water. Now, they say that you can trim the nails if needed, but that is where I draw the line. You know I love you guys, but I'm not about to give spa treatments to poultry. I'll skip the chicken patty and toss them straight into the crock pot. You can also add your garlic and your onions, celery, carrots, fresh herbs if you want flavor, but I'm gonna keep it clean because I'm gonna do this just for skin benefits. Pour enough filtered water to cover the feet by about 1 inch. For 1 pound, that's usually 10 to 12 cups. And then of course, always add a splash of apple cider vinegar with the mother. That helps draw the minerals out of the collagen and the bones. And then you're gonna wanna bring it to a simmer, not a boil. We're going low and slow here, and you're gonna wanna let it gently bubble for about 8 to 12 hours. This is beauty brew in the making. When you simmer bones or chicken feet, you are extracting collagen, the same protein that keeps your skin bouncy, your joints happy, and your fascia strong. The longer you simmer, the more collagen extract. But remember, don't let it boil hard. It'll break down the proteins too fast. This is when you'll understand why the men were fleeing the kitchen. Your kitchen will smell a bit like a medieval market, but I promise you, it will all be worth it. I'll see you back here in about 10 hours. Okay, and we are back. So once your brew has released its collagen-rich magic, it's time to chill, literally. After it cools on the counter for about 30 to 60 minutes, I'm gonna divide it into the single servings. But first, we need to strain it. So I'll use a measuring cup with a spout to transfer the liquid gold from the pot to a cheesecake-lined stainless steel strainer on the top of the batter bowl. Oh, you guys, this is really not, I don't like this process, I have to tell you. Yeah, okay, we're doing this together, right? Because it's really, look, I know that in some cultures this is like just daily life, but when you're not used to it, it could make your stomach turn just a little bit. But we're not going there. We are going for fascia fuel, we are going for internal moisturization. Let's go with that. These little collagen-rich feet. It's not any different than the rest of the carcass. Yeah, there's lots of little floaties in that crock pot there that you're definitely going to want to use a cheesecloth and a strainer to get all of this little pieces, little nuggets out. Some goes into the glass jars for the refrigerator. They'll stay fresh for 5 to 7 days and are perfect for quick, ready to grab servings. Slightly heat it, slide a glass straw into the jar, feel the warmth, wrap your cells in nutrients. The rest goes into my 1 cup super cubes for the freezer. Same portion size, about a cup, but longer shelf life. And then you can pop one out, let it defrost in the refrigerator overnight, and then when you're ready, you can just heat it up and you've got instant fascia fuel. But here's the part you have to wait for. The next morning when I open the refrigerator, well, the top of these glass jars, top of the broth, is gonna be jiggly like Jell-O. And that, my friend, is collagen in final form. The wobble is the goal. That glossy golden gelatin is fascia fuel. Your skin's elixir. I know it looks weird for the first time, but trust me, once you see the way your skin glows, you'll be craving that jiggle on the daily. And if this collagen-packed brew just made your eyebrows raise and your fascia perk up, well, don't stop here, my friends. I've put together a free Cellulite Circuit checklist that includes all of my favorite at-home steps. You can start today, so you can start getting real results without surgical price tags, scars, or overpriced creams that do nothing more than smell good and look glossy on the surface. It's the lifestyle routine that I follow myself. So grab it now at thecellulitesite.com, or you can just click the link below. And here's why this matters. Cellulite isn't just fat. It's tied to fascia, the connective tissue beneath your skin. When that fascia is tight, weak, or inflamed, well, guess what forms? The dimples. So sipping this gelatin-rich broth gives your body the amino acids it needs. Glycerin, proline, hydroxyproline to rebuild and repair that tissue from the inside out. That means stronger fascia, better skin structure, and a smoother surface over time. It's not magic, it's just molecules doing their job. And it is my job to tell you the truth. Honestly, friends, I can't even smell this brew before 11 a.m. without gagging. I don't. I've tried sipping on it on my way to work, into the studio in the morning, hoping it would wake up my brain along with my fascia. Well, it didn't. Couldn't really handle it in the morning. So for my actual morning benefits and nutrients, I swapped to a homemade El Rootery probiotic recipe instead, and wait until you hear what happened when I started feeding my microbiome this. But you have to subscribe to this channel or my newsletter so you'll get notified the moment we publish the video. But after my morning show wraps up, different story. I'm back home for lunch, and that's when I reheat this collagen-packed brew. Again, very gently, not boiling, only about 45 seconds in the microwave for about a cup of broth. Otherwise, you'll lose all of those skin-loving proteins that you just made. I sip it like a wellness elixir before my lunch salad. It's grounding, nourishing, and yeah, a little foreign at first, until you see your skin glowing in any type of lighting, and suddenly you'll be hooked like me. Sometimes I squeeze a little bit of lemon, sprinkle in a little turmeric or a dash of cayenne for a little metabolic and anti-inflammatory kick. But only again after it's cold in the refrigerator. Heat can also destroy those bonus benefits. This collagen-rich broth is the cornerstone of the Cellulite Circuit Guide because it works on multiple levels. It repairs fascia, it hydrates tissue, it nourishes your gut, and yes, my friends, gut health impacts fascia. That's why L-Reuteri is one of the top probiotics for skin, collagen, and inflammation, and I make mine at home. So you have to watch how. You might be wondering, why the feet over a fever? Why not just toss in a leftover rotisserie carcass and call it a broth? Here's the secret. Chicken feet are collagen gold. They're packed with tendons, ligaments, cartilage, everything your fascia is begging for. Per gram, chicken feet have more collagen than almost any other part of the animal. That's why when you cool this broth, it jiggles. That wobble means it's doing its job. It's feeding your fascia, hydrating your skin from the inside out, and helping you rebuild the internal structure that keeps everything lifted. So sure, you can use other bones, but if you're after results that you can feel in your fascia and see in your skin, you'll want to reach for the claws. Because when you make it yourself, you know exactly what's in it. No cheap fillers, no plastic tubs, just real collagen. Now I know chicken might not be your thing, and I get it. But if you're ready to smooth cellulite instead of chasing gimmicks or wasting money on creams that promise you the world but do nothing, I've got two powerful next steps for you. Grab the Cellulite Circuit Lifestyle Guide. It's my complete 90-day fascia-focused plan that walks you through what to eat, what to do, what to skip if you want to see real results. And this is why bone broth is one of our superfood staples in the Cellulite Circuit Lifestyle Guide. We're not just drinking collagen here. We are restoring tissue, reducing inflammation, and rebuilding our bodies. So feel free to add it to soups, sip it like tea. The point is to turn it into your secret cellulite smoothing weapon. You'll be quite surprised when you clean the pot. It will feel like it's been moisturized. Imagine what that same silky, gelatin-rich broth is doing inside your body. That collagen coats and cushions. It nourishes your gut lining. It supports your fascia, the connective tissue that wraps every single organ like a bodysuit. It hydrates your cells, supports digestion, and promotes overall healing. And if you want to learn dozens of other ways that you can reduce cellulite, download the guide now at thecellulitesite.com. The link is below the video. And if you're not quite ready to dive into the lifestyle guide, but definitely want to learn more, watch my free training, Why Your Cellulite Isn't Budging and What Actually Works. I go into depth and explain the science, the steps, and what no one else is telling you so you understand what's going on beneath your skin and start harmonizing with your body. Because whether you're simmering a pot of broth or sipping wine while watching this in denial, cellulite doesn't go away on its own. But with the right tools, rituals, and routine, neither will your gloves. If you're not quite ready to simmer a pot of collagen claws, I've linked a few Luxe glow boosting broths below. There's no prep, there's no conversation with the meat department, which I have every time I buy these. So whether you're doing it yourself, dimple defense, or letting someone else doing the simmering, the options are in the description below. So sip what suits you. Once you've got your setup, it's just $15 for an entire week of body-loving fuel. I actually have 8 days worth here. Collagen, minerals, amino acids, all on tap. No injections, no label hype, and definitely no Spanx. And to everyone who's judged my girlfriend's pot of chicken feet, well, joke's on us. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for tuning into the Cellulite site. We appreciate you being part of our community, dedicated to exploring and sharing insights on cellulite health. Connecting with confident women like you is what makes this journey so fulfilling. Our mission is to simplify your path to progress and spare you from months of uncertainty. If you're ready to take your journey to the next level, visit thecellulitesite.com to grab your Cellulite Circuit checklist. Embark on your transformative journey today, and in the coming weeks, witness firsthand how these concepts can make a positive impact. Remember, it's not just about absorbing information intellectually, it's about committing to the work and celebrating the results. A quick reminder, the content shared is based on personal experiences and perspectives and is not medical advice.